What's poppin', everybody? It's Kabaddi Keenan back with another video, and we are starting with team reviews. Yes, the auction is finally over with. All the teams are set for the most part for the upcoming season for PKL. So figured we'd jump right into doing team reviews to see how each team is looking and how I might think they're going to turn out for the season. So I figured we'll start with the bottom with the Bengaluru Bulls and work our way up to the top. So starting with the Bengaluru Bulls, they completely scrapped their team from last season. They were absolute dumpster fire, finishing in last. Again, starting from the bottom. So they scrapped their entire team. They only kept four. They retained four players from last year. Those players were Chandranak, who I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I believe he's an all-rounder. They kept Lucky Kumar, who is a defender, Manjeet, who I believe is a raider, and Pankaj Thakor, who is another raider. So they completely, again, wiped the slate clean, and I cannot blame them. I mean, when you have a disastrous season as they had last year, I think you just got to call it what it is and just wipe the slate clean. Tabula rasa, just completely clean it. You know what I mean? So I can't hate on them for doing what they did, taking the route. I actually think it was a smart decision to completely start new with fresh players. I know that they're going younger this season. A lot of their players are on the younger side, but they did manage to bring in some veterans to sort of help anchor that team as much as possible. If you paid attention to the auction, I don't think it could go unnoticed how much they went to skew defensively. Every single person that they went out and got was either a defender or an all-rounder. Now, of course, I know that they did go out and get some Raiders, but again, I think they're all younger guys, so they're going to struggle in that department, and I think they know that. I think they're planning for that, and I think that's also why they went and got so many defenders. I mean, you know, their biggest buy for the auction was a defender in Yogesh Dahaya. He went for over 1 crore. He's one of the 10 people who did manage to go over that milestone. So, and that was their big buy. And he's going to be tasked with sort of holding down that defense alongside Ankush Rathley, who they got, who was previously on the Jaipur Pink Panthers, who I actually really like him. I feel like anytime I would watch, you know, the Panthers, I would always see him in the mix of making tackles. I think he's sort of underrated, which I think kind of showed, given that he only went for 30 lakhs. So, but I really like that buy for them. Again, he's a very experienced player. He's been in the league for several seasons now. And I think he's going to go a long way with holding down the fort defensively with Yogesh Dahaya. I think those two are going to be really tasked with not only just like being leaders on the mat, but off the mat as well. And what I'm assuming, like, it's just going to be lots of practice time and really trying to get these younger guys up to speed and up to par and like at a level to where they can really be effective and help, you know, this team play well as they can be. Because again, I don't think that they're under any illusion that they're probably not going to be the best team this year. And that's fine. I mean, when you're starting from scratch, it's hard to, you know, go straight from the bottom all the way to the top. And I don't think they're disillusioned to that. I think they know that they're going to struggle this year. That's why they got so many defenders. But at the same time, you don't want to put a poor product out on the mat. So they did do what they could to bring in someone to, you know, lead in the rating department. They went out and got Akash Shinde who was previously with the Paneri Paulton. And he was a younger guy too, but he's one who did contribute to that team. Again, he's not this massive standout raider, but he's someone that they can bring in to, again, bolster that offense. And again, they're going to be young, so I'm assuming that they would probably want to retain him next season if he does well this year. I think him coming to that team, he's going to be tasked again with just leading that team and that roster in the rating department and helping bring in as many points as they can that way. I think he'll probably struggle a little bit because again, it's you can tell that he is their guy and he is still young. So I'm curious to see how well he sort of like handles that. And it does leave the room open for, you know, some of these other younger guys to slide in as, you know, the number 2 and number 3 Raiders. I think, again, with them retaining Pankaj the core, I'm assuming that they see something in him and have some faith in him to where he might be able to step up. And again, maybe he is that guy that slides in as that number 2 Raider and sort of has a mini breakout this season. So I'm curious to see how he will do. And they also went and got Daraj Nain, who it's going to be his first season in the PKL. He's a debutant. So, and they only got him for like 40 crore, which I won't say only because that's kind of expensive for a guy who's never played in the PKL. Again, he went for more than they got Ankush Rathley. So if that tells you anything. So they clearly see something in this guy as well. And I believe he's an all-rounder. So, and I want to say he leans more defensively than as a Raider, but with as many defenders as they went out and got in the auction, I wouldn't be surprised if they sort of impress upon him and try and get him leaning more towards the rating department, since I think that's the area that they're probably most going to need him, because that's just the area in general that this team is lacking. So I'm curious to see how he'll do. I'm kind of excited because I think he has like the biggest ability to have like the largest impact on a team out of all the debutants this season. So yeah, because he's just on the worst team, so obviously he has the biggest chance to make an impact. So I'm curious to see how he does. Again, I don't think this team is going to do very well. I think they're going to finish at the bottom again. But I will say I do like the direction that they're going. I like their tactics. I can't blame their organization for doing what they're doing. Again, when you have such a dumpster fire of a season as they had last year, I think all you can ask for an organization who's in this spot, who's in this situation, is to do it the best that they can to sort of like rectify that and try and get out of the hole that they have fallen into. So seeing that they did wipe the slate clean, they're sort of trying to bring up this young batch of players within their organization and within their team to hopefully one day within like maybe the next 2-3 seasons be like the anchors, and at the same time bringing in some veterans to you know hold down the fort and try and again put as good of a product as you can out on the mat, because you don't want to put a poor product out there. You don't want to be just a team that's just every single time it's just getting ran through and it's just not competitive. I think they're trying to be competitive while still knowing that they're probably not going to be that good. But to try and stay in there, and I think they will be better than they were last season. I don't know if their record will necessarily show it, but I do think that they're going to be more competitive than what they showed last season. And I think that's all you can ask for a team and an organization in this spot right now, is to just do the best that they can. So again, I do think that they're going to finish in last place, but I'm excited to see if their team is heading in the right direction, and we'll find that out. So I'm looking forward to the Bulls, despite them. Again, I don't think they're going to be very good, but I am nonetheless looking forward to them. So you guys let me know what you think about, you know, the Bulls and how they did in the auction. Sort of, if you see that they're going in the right direction, do you feel that's the case or not? I'd love to know what you guys think. So let me know in the comments, and if you like this, please like and subscribe, and I will catch y'all on the next one.